life into something that you can never own.
Hello, Aries. So here, let's take a look at what is coming up for you guys. Okay, so these are general readings, so take what works. Okay, here we go. Aries. Okay, here we go. First card. One more. Another card for my Aries. Another card for my Aries. One more card for my Aries, please. One more card. One more card for my Aries. One more card for my Aries. And that one's top. Okay. And then let's take a look. Give me a second. One reversal for my Aries. Okay. And recommendations. What is my recommendations for my Aries? What is your recommendations for Aries? What is, okay, here we got, so look at this. So, Page of Wands, Seven of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. In the reverse, we have the Two of Swords reversed and Strength. So, I think you're kind of, the pages are all about kind of learning something new. So there's something going on, I think, but the Page of Wands, because he's more of an action orientated. So not only are you learning, but you're actually implementing something new. So the Seven of Wands is all about standing your ground. He's kind of in like a defense mode here. And the Queen of Pentacles, she's very practical. She's very resourceful. She's able to take whatever she has and just makes it work. So I feel like I think you're starting something new. This could be about good news coming your way, but this is always like, the Wands are always like kind of more of like the action orientated stuff going on for us. So, I feel that you're maybe learning something new, or you're doing something new and you're super excited about it. And I think for whatever reason, this is saying that you need to stand your ground, because maybe with the Queen of Pentacles being here, this could indicate that you might not feel like you have enough resources for whatever this thing is that you're engaging in. But with her being here, it indicates to me that you're going to actually make it work. Like, you're going to take whatever you have and you're going to somehow kind of make it work. Because that's what she does. She takes things, she takes what she got. She's very nurturing, but she's very practical. So, and she always solves problems in the most simplistic, efficient way possible. So she doesn't get too caught up in all the little details here and there. She's a great problem solver. So I feel like this is saying that you will be holding your ground, but within that, you're going to actually be figuring out your resources and making this work. And I feel like with the Two of Swords in reverse, because upright, typically this one is like indecision, or you're not making a decision. But for me, this is saying that you are going to be decisive. Like, you're going to be making a decision. You're going to get moving with something and you're deciding to move forward. And what is recommended for you guys, the Strength card is saying, like, stay the course. Strength is all about persistence. It's all about just doing what you know you need to do, but having the patience to do that. You might not get quick results like this, because with her, she built this trust with this lion and it took a long time. So, because in this card, she is depicted of like kind of petting the lion, but also in a way sticking her hand in his mouth or something. So this didn't come overnight. Like, anybody who's had cats knows, like, it takes time. It takes time sometimes. Some cats are a little friendlier than others, but some cats, it takes time. So she is about being persistent, kind of like a force behind the scenes, and just staying the course. So I think that's fantastic. So basically, you're moving forward and you just need to keep going, like, regardless of what blocks or what you need to be defending or what you need to be standing up to, just keep doing it. Because to me, this is saying, like, you're on the right path. You just need to keep moving forward. So let's see what some of your oracle cards, what messages they have for you. So let's start with this one. Let's see, what for my Aries, please? Oh, this one was going to jump out, but then I stopped it. Okay. Assess matters carefully and discern wisely. Okay, let's get one more card for you guys. One more card for my Aries, please. One more card for my Aries. This one. I gather more wisdom each and every day. So I think that's fantastic. I feel like this assess matters carefully and discern wisely is really going with the Seven of Wands. Because here, you're kind of doing something new. you're learning something new, you're doing something new, you're kind of excited. But, you know, Seven of Wands, sometimes you really have to stand your ground and kind of be in that mode where it's like, maybe this doesn't make sense to anybody else, but it makes sense to me. And you got to just be, you just got to keep on keeping on and just know in your heart that like you're on the right path or you're doing the best for yourself. And I think this Queen of Pentacles here, I think these two cards, this I assess matters carefully and discern wisely, like she assesses things, like she kind of sees things for what they are. And to me, she's not really like a sugarcoating queen. Like she's not, she just kind of sees it for what it is and the good and bad things, but she's very simplistic. She's just right to the point. And I feel like whatever you're doing here, I feel like you still have that flexibility to see if there's problems with your plan and adjust and move forward and switch, say, what do they call it? Switch sails, like kind of switch, go with the wind in a sense. And I feel like this, I gather more wisdom each and every day. I feel like this really goes with the Page of Wands, because pages, they're the students, they're kind of learning, they're new at something. So I feel like you're here really moving forward, because this is, you're not even indecisive about moving forward anymore. You're doing it, and you're going to have, the Strength is a major arcana. So this to me says that you have the will, the foresight, and the planning, because to me, she knows it's not going to be overnight success. Like she's in it for the long haul. Like with her in this line, she's like, I'm going to be friends with you. We're going to be good. And this is just the way it is. And now they're best buddies. So that's how it is. Like, you know, you're going to do something, you know, it's not going to be overnight success, maybe potentially, like you might have to put the work in. You're going to have to overcome some of the boundaries and obstacles or whatever runs into your way, and you're going to get over it. You're going to proceed forward, and I think that's fantastic. So let's continue. Let's see what else we got for you guys. Okay, one card for my Aries. Okay, so 2 cards came out here. So you guys got, what is this? Chrysolia? It says start fresh, whatever this is. It says start fresh. And then you have Garnet, ignite your passion. So I definitely think, Wands being all about the action, I definitely think you are doing something different. And I think, to me, I think that it's igniting your passion, because a lot of times I feel when you have the 7 of Wands and you're defending against something, like you're standing your ground, typically most people don't dig their heels in the sand and say, hell no, I won't go on things that they don't want to do. Like when you dig your heels in the sand and you're like, I'm doing this, I'm standing my ground against all odds, that's because you really have passion about something. Like you're passionate and you want to do something. So I feel like these are super fitting for you guys. I'm like super excited about this too. So, okay, so let's see. Let's get some more cards. Let's get your little mermaid thing going. Okay, okay, I screwed up on that. We're going to redo that. I kind of screwed up. That was my mistake. Okay, 1 card for my Aries, please. 1 card for my Aries. Okay, we got 2 cards, Aries. We got 2 cards. Okay, let's see what we got over here. Okay, so it says relaxation and decisions. Oh, very interesting. So I feel, let's go with this decision first. So I feel, because I think this card upright, the 2 of Swords upright, is always about decisions, obviously. But it's about indecisions. It's about having options and not deciding between the 2 things, or kind of being stuck. But when it's in the reverse, it's almost like you know where you're going. So I think that you have some decisions. Maybe this is a certain kind of, you can take whatever this is for you. This could be a relationship, it could be a new hobby, it could be school, it could be work, whatever this means for you, because it can mean everything different for different people, but it's like the energies that I'm focusing on. I think that you have 2 different options or 2 different ways of going about something, and I wouldn't be surprised if you kind of were hung up on it in the past, but now you're at a place where you're moving forward. And I think this is what's going on, that you're going to be deciding what is the best for you. But I think within that, you can always be flexible. Sometimes I feel like when we make a decision on something, especially with this assess matters carefully and discern wisely, and I gather more wisdom each day, certain decisions, you can always start going into one direction, and if you see like, oh no, this is a disaster, this is not going to work, you can always kind of like switch on over to the other way. So depending on how it goes, you can probably be like a little flexible with things, but I think that's fantastic. I just feel like you're deciding to get started on this thing, and I think that's great because you know what? You never know until you try. And relaxation, to me, this is saying, because I feel like if you're in this defense mode, in a sense, if you're trying to get this thing going, sometimes you need to like take a little you time, and don't forget to enjoy the little things in life. Like sometimes we get so bogged down and we get so stressed out that we forget to enjoy the little things in life. You know, you're always like in that zone of like, oh, I got to do this. I got to figuring all the details out, where it drains your battery. So sometimes you just need to kind of do something small, enjoy the little things, and it'll help recharge your battery and keep you fresh, you know, because life is more than just like adulting kind of stuff. Like there's things, you know, we got to have some fun stuff too, right? So anyway, let me continue. Okay, so let's do your romance oracle, like your little, what is these? Your angel cards, your romance angel cards. Okay, so then I have some, oh, that one came out. Okay, you got two. So it says, make the effort. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, and heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. So these obviously could be like romance, but this also could you could take it also in like the general sense. So I'm going to take it in the general sense for here, but if it relates to romance for you, you take it however it works for you. So make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Now I feel like making the effort here is you moving from the Page of Wands, having this idea or you're learning about something, and actually now, to me, this is like you're implementing it. You're kind of standing your ground that you're going to do this, and then you're trying to figure out the most practical way of doing it, and you're deciding to go forward. And with strength, it's like you're actually doing it. You know it's going to take some time, but you're kind of trying to work through the obstacles. So I think this make the effort really goes with all of that. So that's great. And then this heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Now, this could be that if somebody else is involved, because a lot of times, like, you know, we got families, we got friends, we got colleagues, whatever you have. Sometimes if you're making some changes within your life, it does affect other people, even though it might not directly affect them. Like they're not the ones having to make the changes, but they're going with you on the journey in a sense. So maybe you're starting something different, or somebody has some concerns. And sometimes if you actually just like boil it down and like kind of talk openly and candidly with somebody, it could help them kind of understand where you're coming from, especially if this is you really taking a different kind of direction. And sometimes people just kind of get scared they're going to get left out. I think sometimes people, if they're a little bit of a naysayer, it's not, sometimes people are just cranky pants. Sometimes you got the cranky pants running around, but sometimes people, I think, just don't want to be left out, or you're going to leave them behind or something. So there could be somebody you have to kind of have that heart-to-heart conversation with. But also, this could even be you having to have a heart-to-heart with yourself. Like, why do you want to get involved in this? What do you hope to have from your life? And honestly, or with this situation, what do you hope to gain? And sometimes when you really get that clear, I really feel like that's you kind of almost like it manifests easier. Once you figure out what you really want, let's say with this situation, like your real end game, what you want it to develop into, you can kind of put that out into the universe, and you almost like know what your goals are, and you know what you're working for. So when you hit problems, when there's obstacles, let's say with the strength, because she's going to hit obstacles. I'm sure this thing bit her once or twice, or maybe even more than that. But she continued on. So regardless of that, she still continued on to become friends with this lion. So you're going to hit some obstacles, but if you have like a really clear plan or understanding as to why you want to do this, sometimes when you bump up against those obstacles, you have a reminder of like, no, I'm doing this because of X, Y, and Z. And I know I'm going to hit obstacles, but I'm going to get this done. So I think this is fantastic. Okay, so let us continue. Where am I with this? Let's get your little inspiration. A little inspiration for you guys. Okay. One card for my Aries, please. One card for my Aries. One card for my Aries. Come on, guys. One card for... Okay, so we got... Okay, well, I'm going to take the first ones. You know what? I'm going to take this one, too. You know, and this one's good, too. You know what? All these are good. But Oh, the hell with it. I'm going to read all of them. You can never go wrong with too many inspirational quotes. You just take which ones work for you. But you know what? We're going to have to just read them all because you know what? These are positive things and sometimes you need a little positivity in your life. Okay, and some might fit for some of you a little bit more than others. So we'll just read. We'll read them all. We'll read them all. Okay, let's start. Okay, so the first one goes, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. Now, I feel that's going with the strength because she's obviously, probably, not obviously, but I'm sure this lion bit her once or twice before. So she's not become a great lion tamer overnight. Like she and this thing, they had to work at it. So I will let no one walk through my mind with their dirty feet. You can throw in the towel or you can use it to wipe the sweat off your face, which I feel like really goes with the Seven of Wands moment here, where you might have to be defending yourself, defending your position, standing your ground. Failure is a bend in the road, not the end of the road. When I stop struggling, I float. This always kind of reminds me of like, you know, the movie It, you know, like they say you'll float too. So I just got a dog and I got him like a little It t-shirt. So, and it says like, you'll float too. So I like this one, but it reminds me of a horror movie. So I'll put that here for a little extra, little creepiness. Okay. If you don't fight for what you want, don't cry for what you've lost. Be a Fruit Loop in a world full of Cheerios. So this is all about sometimes, you know, this idea might be a little bit, I don't want to say going against the grain, but it might be going against your grain with whatever you're doing, or going against what you're trying something different. So sometimes you just got to show up as the Fruit Loop, okay? It's okay. Be the Fruit Loop. Don't worry about the rest of the Cheerios. You're going to stand out. You're going to be colorful and you're going to taste better. So don't worry about that. You are confined only by the walls you build yourself. And last but not least, life is like an elevator. On your way up, sometimes you have to stop and let some people off, which is very true. Occasionally that does happen, unfortunately, but you just have to always be editing. You know, you gotta you only live once. Maybe we live multiple times, but I don't remember any of the other times. So we're just gonna say we live once and you just gotta have fun. Sometimes you just gotta have fun. Okay, guys, so let's do what spirit of the dish shall be with you. We're gonna do your food fortune. The spirit of the dish shall be with you in the upcoming week. What spirit of the dish is going to be for my Aries? Okay. Ooh, you got the stack. Oh, we got two. Okay, so you got the stack, and you got the Islander, which is the Spam, like the canned meat, and the what is it? Not potatoes. I was going to say potatoes. The pancakes with butter and what is that? The syrup, that looks really, really good. And the canned meat, the Spam. Okay, so let's see what we have we're going to do the dinner and a movie in just a minute. And and think of a question for your magic 8 ball. We'll get to that magic 8 ball in just a second. But first, let me do, okay. So what do we have here for you guys? What do we have here? Okay, so let's see. So we have Aries. So this could be either your sign. Well, this is an Aries reading, so this could be your sign if you're an Aries. So I was going to say, yeah, this could be your sign, but most likely if you're here, you have something Aries with you. Okay, so anyway, so let me organize these. Then there's Cancer. We have Cancer. And then we have the North. No, is this the North Node or is this the South Node? Hold on a second here. Yeah, this is the South Node. We have the South Node. So something, if you check what your South Node is with your readings, maybe there's something here to do with your South Node. And then this little guy, we have Uranus. And he's all about independence and eccentricity. So then you have the 5th house, which represents passion, love, success, and creativity. And then you have the 12th house, which represents like occult, psychic abilities, and the subconsciousness. So this could relate to you any which way. So let's also now do what dinner and a movie does the universe recommend, or your spirit guides, whoever this is for you. What dinner and a movie is recommended for you for the upcoming week? What dinner and a movie is recommended for my Aries? What dinner and a movie recommended for my Aries? Okay, so we have action films and barbecue. Look at that, action and barbecue. Okay, so then let's see what stone. I'm going to pull 2 of these. Okay, so then we have trust and laugh. So I feel like the laugh is going to go with the relaxation card. And I feel like trust, sometimes you need to trust yourself that you have the strength to really move forward with something and that your plan is going to work out. Sometimes you got to adjust the plan a little bit, but you got to trust in yourself. And then let's do a little, let's get some numbers and letters. So you got R, B, W, 7811. There you guys go. Oh, I kind of screwed that up. But okay, guys, so there you go. Now it's time for the magic 8 ball. Okay, here we go. Think of your question, Aries. Think of it really good. Here we go. Oh, mystical, magical 8 ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Aries' question? We got yes, definitely. Okay, guys, there you go. The 8 ball has spoken. Have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.